What is going on, guys? Merijn here, and more of a walk and talk video today. I haven't done this in a while, but I feel like while I'm walking, I'm very well self-expressed. So I like my thoughts really start firing up. So I decided to take you guys with me on this walk today and actually share my thoughts on something I think is very important and something that will really help you guys in life. So first of all, last week was super awesome. Accomplished a big goal of mine that I wanted to accomplish for a long time. Because I'm in the fitness industry. I've been doing this for a few years now. It was always my dream, to be my own boss, be an entrepreneur. And I'm doing all that now, but one big goal of mine was to actually have my own booth at a fitness expo. And that's something I did last week, that I accomplished last week. And it's kind of hard to explain that feeling, but it's just like the best feeling in the world. When you have a goal that you've been striving for a long time, you're not like thinking about it every day, but it's something you work toward. And then you accomplish it and it feels fucking amazing. Especially since I get a lot of appreciation for it, because I have my own booth, and then I have all you guys and other people that show interest in me and like want to hear my story, and like it's just freaking sick, man. Being able to like inspire and help people, that was always my biggest dream and goal, and yeah, doing that is just the best feeling there is. Yo guys, I'm here with Root. A couple of you will probably remember him. If you do, you're a real OG, because he came to my first meetup when he was living in France. He came all the way to the Netherlands.
Literally, you transformed my life, and the way you work hard and all the stuff, my marks, everything. I'm gonna meet Merijn today. Yeah.
This man is a fucking legend, man. You made my day for real. Took a bus of like 4 hours right to get there, and that was like no joke, one of the best days of my life. Anyway, that first meetup, it was insane. And thank you so much for being there, by the way.
No, I was already watching your videos a few months prior, and when I came there, I felt like I was part of a family.
Yeah.
And I feel the same right now.
You're still, man. Definitely, man. Thanks for coming by. He got super shredded. So we're also gonna show you guys what his before and after looked like. Yeah. Because he did an epic transformation this summer.
Here end of my cut.
That is so sick.
Look at those veins, though. So anyway, with that said, it was a super awesome weekend. Was there for 2 days, 2 whole days. It was a massive success because there was a line all day for people to meet me and take photos and have a chat. And that was cool about it, that it was actually from 10 in the morning until 6 in the afternoon. So I was there for 8 hours straight talking to people, and that made me really able to connect with you guys a lot more. So if you were there, comment down below if you had a good time. Now what I wanted to talk about in this video, it's actually something completely else, but it has to kind of like do with me accomplishing things and me being 23 and doing all this crazy shit that I don't often think about how crazy it is, because for me it's just real daily life. Yeah, I do all this shit, and I don't often enough maybe think about how actually crazy it is. Like a lot of friends that I went to like high school with, they're still in university, and I'm already not already, but I'm just doing something completely different that I always wanted to do, I dreamt of, and seemed very impossible or unlikely that it was gonna happen. And now I'm living this shit. So what I want to talk about in today's video is not how much I've accomplished, how cool and awesome I am, because we all know that. We know the opposite, actually how uncool I can be and how freaking cringy, right? And some people absolutely love me for it, some people truly hate me for it, and that is completely fine, right? I embrace that. I think that is the way it is supposed to be. I feel like in this generation some people don't understand that. But the reason I kind of wanted to talk about all this, what I want to talk about today, lately I just keep seeing a lot of these people on social media, and I get a lot of like ads and stuff, especially on like quick schemes on how to become a millionaire, how to build a successful business, and like these grand schemes, right, that you can apply for. Their courses and thousands of euros, and they will teach you how to like become a millionaire, right? They usually make these videos in front of sick cars, or like show them what of a sick home they have, and then they will teach you the ways on how to get rich, right? Now I think you guys might get the wrong impression of what it takes in order to become successful if you watch these type of videos, because what I find that when I look at these ads and when I look at these people and what they share, they try to make it seem that life is all about possessions, and life is all about what a sick car you have, how much money you have, what a big house you have, right? And they make it seem like that is what it's all about, and I feel like that is really where the world is going anyway, like especially now and with social media and just in general. I feel like that it really is where the world is kind of headed, and especially I noticed that when I'm in America, there's just a lot of people like buy a lot of shit, there's just like a lot of money going around. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes I feel like people just think that they need to buy and need to buy more and need to buy more, and more, and they need to have more money, right? And I think that it is the wrong way to go in order to become successful. Making money, if that's your goal, don't focus too much about it. Don't constantly think about it, because if you don't think about it that much, and if you actually focus on not necessarily getting there, but doing something that you really like, putting in the hours, then the money will come. And I truly believe that, and that is the way that I've done it myself as well. Now, that doesn't mean that I am not money oriented or that I don't focus on setting bigger financial goals, because I do. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, I run multiple businesses, and I do so very successfully. But that doesn't mean that that is, you know, that is the reason I wake up in the morning. And I think when your only reason, your only drive is money, I think you're losing yourself in the process of actually getting there. And I don't think you will get there as successfully as someone else. And even if you do, you haven't truly accomplished success, because success might mean something different to everyone. But when I talk about success, I don't talk about being the richest guy in the room. If you try to go about it that way, I don't think you will be as successful as someone who doesn't only, you know, focus on, you know, making as much money as possible. I just don't think so. And even if you do, as I said, you're not going to be as happy with it. What I think is so important, and is, you know, the main reason and the secret to why I am successful, is that I'm vulnerable, I'm honest, you know, I share my thoughts, and I don't care if people are going to like them or not, you know, because I share who I am. I know exactly who I am and what I stand for, right? And nobody can touch that. You know, nobody can get to me, because I don't, you know, I've accepted myself and I've accepted who I am. I know everybody in this planet is different. I've met so many people that I like, so many people that I dislike, and that is fine, you know. And so there's going to be many people that dislike me, and there's going to be many people that like me, you know. And I believe that if you're honest, way more people are going to like you than people that are going to dislike you. Because when you're totally honest and real, I think the only people that will really dislike you are people that are unhappy with themselves, right? Because if you are totally self-expressed, there's no really real reason to, you know, hate on someone for that. And I really think that is the key to becoming successful. Be totally, completely yourself and be honest about who you are. And that doesn't mean you're never going to make mistakes. You will, but that is fine, because you'll take the credit for it. You know, you'll take those mistakes and you fucking rock them, and you become a better person. Instead of always acting like you know everything, you do everything perfect, you will literally just go about what you're doing, and you make mistakes along the way. And if you make a mistake, you say, you know, fuck it, I'll own it, you know. And I think that is the way to go these days when it comes to running a business. Be totally yourself. The reason I'm, by the way, not standing outside anymore is because first I took shelter under a tree because it started raining, and then my SD card died, so I couldn't record anymore. So this is also, you know, the real life shit on how it goes behind the scenes. And the reason I think this is so important is because I personally think that what it takes to be successful these days is to be transparent, is to be honest, because everyone can leave reviews, everyone like on the internet can, you know, like talk about you, and people will talk about you, people will discuss what you're doing. So, you know, if you are doing something that is totally dishonest, as something, you know, that is literally fake, or you're faking something, you're not being real, then people will find out. My next tip will be to work hard as fuck on something that you absolutely love. And the great thing about this is that when you work hard on something that you love, you do not feel like you are working. And like, you know how that sounds, but it's honestly completely true, because you will put in so many hours and you don't care when you get back for it, right? Because you just simply love what you do. And I think this is the most important thing that I want to share with you guys, because I absolutely believe in, you know, turning your hobby into profit. And it's not something that will happen overnight. It's not something that right now you're thinking, oh, I want to do this, that's gonna happen tomorrow. And it didn't happen like that for me either. You know, it's gonna take a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of freaking hours, and a lot of effort without getting anything back for it. But that is an investment in the future. And it is something that, you know, you do not get from doing a job that you do not like. There's just so many people that do not like what they're doing. They're simply going through the week, working their jobs, and then waiting for the weekend to come. And I just don't think that is the best way to live your life. As I said, it's not gonna be easy getting out of that. And this is why I truly believe it is the most important time to try to start with all of this is when you are young, because that is like the perfect time to start. And people always say that you should always, like when you're young, you always want to take the secure route and you want to do everything. But the reality is that you have the most amount of not just potential, but the least amount of actually risk when you are young, because you do not have a baby yet, you don't have a family yet, right? So you can invest all that time in yourself. It is the perfect time to go travel for a year when you are young, right? And so many people say, oh, but now I got this offer for a job. But like, fuck that, you know, you want to do all this shit when you're young, you want to take all these chances, right? So you want to go travel, or you want to, when you have have this hobby of yours that you want to turn into profit, start trying that when you're young. It's going to be at first, you're going to be like in school, for example, and next to that, you're going to start this business of yours, or grow this social media of yours, or whatever you want to do. But take your spare time, take the time that you're not in university studying, take that time and try to put that time into your own thing. And this is going to start very, very slowly, very, very small, but brick by brick, you're going to build something that, you know, maybe years later will explode into something massive, and you know, you will be able to live your dreams. And if not, you still have spent that time on a hobby that you absolutely enjoy, so it doesn't really matter. It's not wasted time. And I often feel like people really think like that. They think, oh, the time am I putting in, am I getting rewarded for it? And the answer is fucking no. If you want to truly be successful in something, you're not going to be rewarded for it right away. You know, yeah, of course you're going to be rewarded if you apply for a job and you know how many hours you're going to make, and you're going to, you know, that's why it doesn't pay that much, but you know what you're going to get paid. And you don't know that if you're an entrepreneur. If you start your own business, you do not know. And the first couple years, most likely, you're not really going to earn anything, or you're not really going to get back anything for all that effort. But it is that investment, right? And that is why it's so hard for people to do that shit, because it doesn't reward instantly, you know, it rewards later, and it rewards on something that you absolutely love. And for me, it goes the same. If I didn't earn money like with YouTube, I would have still done it, because I did that the first, you know, 2 years. I made videos because I absolutely enjoyed it. I didn't even sell anything when I started, you know. I didn't expect anything in return, you know. I saw it as a hobby that hopefully, you know, would turn out into profit. And, you know, I was willing to put in all the work to make that happen, so I believed that would happen, and it actually did. But as I said, even if it didn't, I still would have gotten further than I would if I didn't do anything, right? We'll gain a lot of personal experience and, you know, business experience in this case as well. Help people, provide, instead of focusing on making as much money as possible. And once you do this, the money will follow, all right? And you gotta like trust that process. And that is something, you know, that might be very hard for, you know, a lot of you guys. Once you do all those things, you're really helping someone, you're providing something, and therefore that person is very willingly to pay you. You know, people want to spend money, all right? Don't get that wrong. Don't think that you have to like, you know, like try and get money from people. No, people literally want to like hand you your money if you deserve that money. And in order to deserve that money, you have to help them in some sort of way. So always focus on that. Focus on helping, providing for as many people as possible. And once you do that, you earn the money. You will get that money back. Don't like, you know, don't want to get that money, and the money will automatically follow. I love this principle. I think this is the fucking most amazing principle ever, because not only is it effective, but it will also make you feel amazing in the process. For me, you know, it's literally like, if I want to become a millionaire, that means I have to help more people. And how amazing is it to help more people? It's the best feeling in the world. So, you know, it all comes together at the end. Tip number 5 is stop being afraid to fail. I say this all the time, and I still believe, you know, this is obviously one of the most important things. Life in general is just that people don't try enough, because people are afraid to do something wrong. People are afraid to not look cool, or, you know, like be judged by someone else. And those are all the main reasons why people are so afraid to fail. But you know, there is no positive without a negative. There is no success without failure. It is the reality. You're gonna have to face it. You do it better sooner than later, because otherwise you will literally be a loser in life. So start with it when you're young. Start freaking failing hard, and you will succeed hard at the end. Find out what you really, really love, and then literally put all your heart and put all your work in it. In this time and age that we live in, there is just too many opportunities. It is literally endless. It is the easiest time that has ever been when we talk about becoming financially independent, and when we talk about, you know, pursuing your goals and dreams. There has never been a better time to start than right now in this time that we live in. It is literally actually insane what we can do now. Like people 10 years ago could not believe it. They still do not understand it. That's why, you know, many of your parents are not gonna agree. Like starting your own business when you're very young, because, you know, starting a business for older people sounds like something like you know, businessmen do, but these days, you know, everyone can fucking do it. See, I really think that when you are young, take this shot right now. You have one thing in your hands when you are young, and that is time. And, you know, people want to say that they don't have time because they have to go to university and they have to do this and that. And you know what? It's not gonna be as simple for everyone. You might have to, you know, take the time, instead of watching Netflix and hanging out with your friends, and take that time to work on, you know, building that dream life of yours. But, you know, that is an investment you make in the future, and that is a decision you make at that certain point to, you know, give up this particular time of short enjoyment for your long-term enjoyment later in life, right? And that is literally the same thing with getting healthy. It's like, are you gonna eat this muffin right now, or do you say, fuck it, I'm not gonna eat that right now because it's only short-term pleasure, and instead I'm gonna, you know, eat my healthy meal and do that like for a long period of time, even though I don't necessarily want to, but I want to have the rewarding system of it, right? I want to have that amazing shape. It goes the same way with building a business. You know, you gotta say, fuck this short-term pleasure, and I'm gonna build that dream life of mine. And those are sacrifices you have to make, and all that is best done when you are young, to take that highest risk. And again, you're gonna have a lot of people judging you because you're doing exactly what society doesn't want you to do. But you know, once you accept yourself completely and you're totally self-expressed, you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks, because you know what you want, you know what you stand for, and no one can touch that. And that's the most amazing feeling in the world. To just stand the fuck up, believe in yourself, go after what you want, and then one day you'll freaking crush it. I guarantee. But with all this said, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed these tips. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up as well, because then I know whether you guys dig this shit or not. And I almost forgot, we're doing a giveaway every single video in December, right? So the giveaway of today is gonna be this crystal shirt. That is the one you can win. So please comment down below what you think about me sharing all my thoughts in this video, and then I'll pick a winner in 48 hours from now, and I'll reply to your comment asking you for your email. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. Peace.